So, hello everyone. We are back with the podcast. I'm really sorry for this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but I wasn't able to get people together really. But now I have a different type of a different bunch of people though. Some guildies and Laku as well, which is a fellow enthusiast in expedition with me. So we are currently me, Laku, Himitsu, Spooky, and Taulier. Did I say that right, by the way?
Yeah.
Perfect. So, we're going to be starting to talk about Camazone today. And we have a few categories to go through, but yeah, Camazone is going to be the first one. And yeah, let's see. So, we have from Exia STUN. Endgame players are all in Conqueror 2 and want a fast way to clear. Usually need to burn a run to acquire defense 2-star before having to rerun and clear. Milestone achievement that grants points at the start of season to mitigate the first run. Love the stories, want more 2023 anime references. So yeah, what do we think about that? Anyone can start.
Well,
Yeah,
Wait,
well,
just Alf, we're on the even older topic.
no,
Yeah.
chemism.
you can just go if you have something that you want to add. So yeah.
Well, I think we listen the subject. What was it?
Oh, Taulier,
Oh.
your microphone. It's really hard to hear what you're saying. It kind
Oh,
of
my
sounds like
bad.
you have a pillow in front of your.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I can just see what so. What they mean is obviously that they want people to have a fast clear, and I get that because it's kind of like annoying to have to clear that shit every time. I have a few ideas on my own, so I'm not going to comment too much on this actually, because I might just be repeating myself. But yeah, and yeah, milestones as well. I'm not exactly sure what that. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I see what they mean there. I think it's to get more Camazon points basically faster because it's kind of annoying to have to re-clear that.
Yeah, more chemism point would be great, I guess.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on, and because I have a lot to say about this, actually, I gotta bring that to spreadsheet and everything. Oh, I should probably be sharing my screen as well. I forgot about that. Let's see. There we go. So, small quality of life regarding event chain triggers. Example is the new Necromancer season, where the friend event always happens ASAP on a new run. Older season lack this, and it can take forever to get a follow-up. And yeah, that's super annoying. I'm just gonna read all of the things. Same as above, but don't trigger special artifact events that require an item. Just ruin the run if it pops up before you have it. Make more post 8F events, or 8th floor on Conqueror 3, that would be, with other buff items instead of current Camel Mayri Bari ones. Disappointed to see it was the only one. Uncap or at least 100 floor for endless mode. 39F is too soon. Now it's just about who is fastest to reach 39F. Other improvements for season, wing it, look at sheet. Oh yeah, that's a note for myself. We're gonna look at the sheet in a bit. And then make the outcome text on events stay between seasons. Static events unlock 2. Season specific ones, camel chain. So there's some room for discussions there, and add more black artifacts for other heroes, just not camel, Mayril, etc. So yeah, what I mean, if we start off with the hey Neos.
Hi.
Yo, we just started with the Camazone one, so you can just jump right in there. You can obviously see the channels if you want to like read through, but yeah, we're basically doing mine at the moment, my suggestions. So I'm actually going to bring the spreadsheet out here right now, and here comes the banner. We don't want to look at that, but the Camazone. So my point is, you can tell. Let's see, where's the Necromancer station? Yeah, here it is. So you can tell that like when you have reached the step of which one is it where you get friend? I think it's meeting. Yeah. So this one will trigger instantly, like on a new run. But that's not the case for everything, which is super annoying. So take, for example, I think one that's really annoying is the Western season, for example, to get like all of this shit done. Like sometimes it just takes so long time to trigger. So if it's like an event chain that's like not repeatable, I think they should up the odds of getting that by a lot. Or for example here, where you need Peacemaker. Like if you get the Peacemaker, then Outlaws should trigger a lot more. I know they did like a thing where they upped the odds of this happening, but it definitely isn't enough, because you can definitely tell like a difference between an old and a newer season, and sometimes it's just super annoying. But then you also have like something extremely dumb with this season. For example, let's see here, where's that thing? Yeah, Reigning Justice super discount. Like, or wait, is it that one? There's one thing that triggers that is like super expensive. I think it's the Noir season actually. Yeah, it's the Noir season where you can get becoming part of the family, for example. Or I'll scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. I said that wrong, but anyways. So to get that, you need 400 silver coins. If you get that, you can't get it again. So if you don't have 400 silver coins before you get it, like the run is basically fucked if you want that, which is extremely dumb. Or there are other examples as well. For example, the current season, which is the gourmet season, where you need to have a flesh piece to get the special grade, special meat pie. So you could trigger that event without having the flesh piece, and then you can't get that special artifact. It's really, really dumb how they do that. So I think those sort of quality of life things should definitely be fixed. Yeah, so that's those two first points. And then there is, let's see. Yeah, so also those black artifacts I was talking about before, which is these, I don't know what the quality is called on these, but I just call them black artifacts because there's like the color of the background, I think it is. They have like a special thing. But these anyways, I was super excited to see them, and there's a lot of cool things you could do with that, like if you do that for each element, because each season kind of has like a specific element. Like you have the greenhouse, that's obviously earth, and then you have like noir could be dark, for example, and so on and so on. So you could have like 3 different ones each. I guess it makes sense for the story though, since Camazone, Camel, and that whole thing. But like, I was just really disappointed because effectively these 3 are just useless, where you just go for the warrior mushroom if you even go through all the steps. Which brings us back to what I said before, that like once you get above 8F, you should get this done really quickly. I personally don't agree with that it should save between runs. Or between seasons. So for example, if you clear everything in Dragon Hunter, the next time it's Dragon Hunter, you already are at God's Forge, for example. I don't agree with that, because that kind of takes away a little bit too much, I feel. But make it a lot more convenient at least, because now it's kind of annoying to grind it. So I think it's fun to get these events, it's just annoying to look for them, if you know what I mean. So that's pretty much that on that. Oh yeah, and also for the endless mode, like some seasons are harder than others. Like right now we have me here. I think I saw a Korean player at 30, but yeah, it's like some seasons are just super easy. Like you just fly through all the way to 39, assuming you have the stats and everything, all the heroes and the stuff. But like considering what you can do with the seasons, and if you are competitive and want to go for it, you just can't, because maybe you're at work or something and someone just try hard at this and went for it, or you're not at work, but there's a big update on that Tuesday, and you just want to go for those things instead, because obviously this is kind of low down on the priority. But then you can't get to the top one, which you maybe should have stat-wise, whatever. But you can't because someone beat you to it. And I don't know. I just wish there was more floors basically for that, and then you can really see who can get the furthest. So there's that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much my take on that. What's your thoughts on all those things, by the way?
All right. So concerning the special quest, like you told, for example, Reigning Justice and the boss gang in Le Noir season. Something that we can improve is to reuse the system of getting the event when we have the amount of coins needed. For example, we already have this for the range or melee immunity.
Yeah.
When we
Exactly.
it trigger only when we got like 300 coins, and maybe make a rerun of the quest. Like if when we have the available amount of coins, we trigger the quest 1. And if we fail and don't take it, maybe have a rerun of the quest, like a second chance.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what I was meaning as well. And I think also these dead or alive ones, you just pop ASAP, like friend, like literally when you're in there, boom, you pop that one, so you can actually do those, because those could take like a while, because they work like that to a degree. Like what's it called? When you have completed a bounty, then you get it ASAP to complete it, but then it's gonna be a grind to find the next one again. So that's really, really stupid. But yeah, that's a really good point. And I think also why I'm like extra annoyed. Let's actually go through all the seasons and just have a look here. Just quickly, we'll just look at the special ones. Let's see here. If there's any like requirement that's like annoying. I'm not sure about this Chris in Peril actually. If that's repeatable or not. I think it is because I think there's 2 outcomes. I could be wrong though. But I think this is an effective. But this is also one of the newer seasons. So I think they thought about it then. I could be wrong, but yeah. Let me just see here. What could it be? Red. Okay, so just the helmets there. Right. Well, I mean that goes for all of those. Like when you have a helmet, then you trigger this one. But we talked about that. But like I'm thinking if there's like a reversed one where it gets like screwed instead. So this season here is super nice. The Necromancer, like they literally thought of everything, so it's fine. Maybe up the chances, of course, but that's yeah. Let's see here. Dragon Hunter, Godforge, Nuke. Well, yeah, I guess the Godforge is one of those two. Like if you don't have the Here's a Grinder, you are fucked if this one pops and you just have to restart. Also really stupid. Shouldn't pop it before. And then we have Noir season. Yeah. So what's really annoying with Noir season? It's literally like the official curse season, right? Where you're supposed to go with curses, aside from just getting the extra damage for tryharding. And curses cost silver coins, so you're not gonna have a lot of silver coins. But then you also have the thing where you need to buy the special artifact for 400 coins, and that's like a pretty tall order, honestly. And of course, if you pop that, you're screwed because then you can't get it again. So that's like one of the bigger ones. So I think just looking over all of these and fixing that, I think that would be a really good thing, just to make it a lot more convenient. Because at this point, it's like people are kind of tired of it, and it's sort of a chore. So just make it nice. Yeah. Anyone else, by the way, before we move on to HoleeSheet?
On another point, I will say that top ranking should be, like you say, there shouldn't be a limit, because I tend to do Amazon kind of late.
Yeah.
And I look at the ranking and everybody's already at 39. And I'm like, well, I won't have the top ranking, so I don't bother. So I think there shouldn't be a limit, so that would add the motivation for people to rank the Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. And I think as well, like, I don't know how they made the orbital lift, but I think it's not randomized. Like when they made it, I think they might have, or at least the bosses, like they put them manually and was like, okay, what actually makes sense here? But for Camazons, it is random. So I think technically, I mean, you obviously need to it doesn't make sense for them to sit and make like a million floors, right? But I think technically they could just make it just randomize and then just add the level to each floor, I guess, or whatever to the enemies. So I guess that would be super fine to do. Because yeah, it's obviously kind of boring at the moment, and it's also weird when you beat 39.6. It just ends like there's an error. It should more be like a congratulations, you actually made it to 400, for example, or whatever. So it feels like they kind of just left it and didn't really finish it. It's really weird. So yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, you said you don't want stuff unlocked like at the start of the season.
Yeah.
But I think we should be able to keep our benefit points and stuff like melee immunity pierce and penance and stuff like that, because it's not interesting to unlock penance every season.
That's actually a really good point. I like that actually, and also the Camazon points. Yeah, why would you grind an extra run? Because I always do that. Like when I start a run, like when there's a new thing, I always go in on Survivor. Yeah, I just clear that shit so I get everything, and maybe I'll get one of the immunities, and then I go back to floor like the tourist thing and just grind to get a quest line done, and then I can actually start, which obviously takes a lot of time. So yeah, you're right there. Starting out with like your collected points would be nice, as well as what's it called? Like you said there, having some of these benefits. Like I think it's fine to reset the season-specific ones each time, honestly, but assuming they do all the other stuff we talked about to make it smoother to get there. But like you said, these permanent ones, I think they should, definitely be unlocked all the time. That's a really good point. Because that's no fun. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do we have? HoleeSheet, let's move on to that one, I guess. So long gameplay, wasting time on loading screen. Make it simple like a sweep feature, please. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I was talking about earlier. Like, I personally don't agree with that, because I think then you might as well just get like a attendance check and get all the stuff, you know. But at the same time, it's too annoying at the moment. But yeah.
Maybe if they add a sweep mode for Camazon, maybe limiting it to the small level, like until level 5, so without any curse or trials at the beginning, because basically the 5th level is really easy to achieve, and maybe like sweeping it can be really enjoyable for most of players.
Yeah, or how about this? You make sweeping locked to each week. So for example, let's say I go in here, right? And then I clear Conquer, or I go into Conquer 3 and I beat floor 5, but then I can't go anymore because whatever, I get stuck. Then I can sweep up to that point again on that week, because they change element for the next week, so you know, it would be a bit unfair for that. Wouldn't that make sense? So if you have to reset run, then you can save time to get back there in a way, or something like that. But yeah, Davis definitely could make a mode where we can manually control the heroes rather than letting it play like Colosseum. I mean, that would be a different mode, I guess, but I'm all for it. Like, that's something we obviously tell ourselves, like, why can't we control this? Then it would be so easy, and then the AI just does stupid stuff. I think it's not like a bad idea per se, but maybe it's not for Camazon. But yeah, shorter chain events to unlock all benefits. Yeah, well, I think the other thing would solve that issue. The issue, or like the thing is why it feels so long now, is obviously because you need to grind and find them. But if you find them much faster, it wouldn't feel that bad actually. Because I kind of like the you know, lore of everything, and like the little I read those things, so I don't mind that they're long, but they obviously shouldn't take long to find. I think that might be the solution. I'm just gonna keep going, by the way, because we obviously have quite a few topics, so this doesn't take too long. So just stop me if you want to say something. Let's do it like that. So Nihal is the next one. There should be some kind of limitations to debuffs. Getting minus 20 HP at battle start shouldn't be possible. Oh, 4 of them. Well, they have fixed that now, obviously, so that we can discard that one. I think we made this like before they fixed that. Geo something. Slightly better than its third alternate version, and clearly better than the tickets version, but it's still unreasonably slow for rewards it has. Could refresh the shop more often or add more rewards to it. Yeah, like I don't know how many of those are almost 2 million bottle caps, and I just can't spend them unless I want to buy hammers, which I don't, so it's like So yeah, I agree. It's kind of like they should make more things for it, or make it more meaningful in a way. But the issue is obviously that we've been stacking up so many bottle caps at this point, like some of us, so it would be really weird if they add like, I don't know, it feels a bit unfair in a way, because like if they add super hard rewards, then those who don't have the bottle caps are like super shafted, and you kind of have that weird balance. And we're kind of running into the same territory in the ranch actually. I have like over 1,000 coins now, and like 4 friendship hearts or whatever with all the pets. So yeah, I don't really know how to solve this, honestly. But let's move on to UF LA brackets. Balanced out, though I'd like less floors. Yeah. It all comes down to it being a chore. I see like that pattern here. Hunter, make trials change weekly instead of every 2 weeks.
No.
Trials. What does that mean?
Maybe element band.
Yeah, it must be. I'm not too bothered actually by that personally. I mean, it's how does that work anyways though? Is there like an actual pattern for this, or how does it work? Because it will grab one element from each of the wheels, right? So it can't be dark and light, but it can be light and earth, for example. So it's never going to be 2 on the same wheel. However, since there is only 4 weeks per season, it may seem random, but maybe it isn't. I don't know how many combinations that would be, but I think it's like 6 or something. 5, 6.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the same,
Yeah,
but I
wow.
have never tracked it, so I have no idea.
That's 9 combinations.
Oh, 9, right. So that would be like, yeah, I wonder if it's random or if there is actually like 9 going. But yeah, Khyr, manual button for weapon skill and chain skills activation. I mean, they could do it, I guess, but like at the same time, it doesn't really fit that kind of gameplay, I guess. Because then we're into like something completely different in a way. I think that's maybe what they're trying to achieve with this new thing. For those who have seen it, though, what's it called? Tower defense sort of thing. I know exactly how it works. I mean, we just saw that one picture, but still, looks pretty cool actually. They were Cutie. Just skip the battles. Probably the most boring mode. Yeah. Clacius sweep mode. Kitananji. Too much time. Monthly wards are really good, but just need 2 weeks to buy it all. The rest of the weeks of the month are too much skippable for people in the end game. Yeah. Saxer. Add sweep and stop making it a thing on every achievement season. The mode itself is not bad, it just takes too much time to reach floor 20, and some people like me just don't like it. Apart from that, the mode is fair and fast and not important as other content. I think it's fine. Nerf fucking Gatling gun knights. I see they talked about achievements though. That was mentioned before. I forget we have achievements in this game because it's been gone for so long. I don't know why they're making such a big break, but where did that go again? Someone wrote something about achievement. Just trying to find it. Where did that go? Nah. I don't know. I can't find it now. But yeah. Oh yeah, milestone achievement that grants points at start of season to mitigate for the first. Yeah, so he's talking about obviously the achievements that we have to clear like these different things. Yeah. All right.
Everyone wants sweep,
yeah.
but I think they just should make the battles faster, like 6 times speed or something, and maybe cut the celebration at the end of battle a little short.
Yeah, definitely. I forgot about this, by the way. We can now do the thing weekly instead of daily, because I've been super slacking here, so I haven't bothered. Now I can get 7 of them. Nice. Should probably do this. Just auto put it. It's annoying. There we go. And then we make some of these guys, I guess, using which ones? 7. Yeah, okay, the blue ones. There. Okay, now I'm too lazy to make more. Cool. But anyways, back to Camzone. So let's see. miawry, make it possible not having minus 120% at battle start. Like, seriously. How much is this each of those trials? Oh, wait. Oh, he's
20%?
talking about... it's 60 in total, but then you can have like other stuff too. But yeah, I think this is like same as Nihal. It's like old stuff that was before they fixed it. You can only have 3 at a time, right? So you max out at floor 21 with all the trials. So yeah, OmegaOne, delete it ASAP. Just kidding. I know a lot of people enjoy this mode. Revamp this mode into something like a visual novel. Being able to sit down after a long shift just to read and interact with more of the Guardian Tales universe would be pretty rad. I don't know who wrote that actually. I think it's an anonymous one. But yeah. I mean, there is a lot of lore in it. I think why it feels a bit like it's more gameplay than lore and the gameplay is dry is obviously like we talked about before though, that it's just so slow to do everything. But yeah, nearing the end now though. Cockclock, game mode still boring as fuck. And alexmeme, once a month, add more seasons instead of recycling the old ones. So, on that point, it would be cool to see new seasons. The issue is that each season is 1 month. Sorry, it's 2 months. No, wait, what am I doing? It's 1 month, right? 1 month, yeah. So that means you would see every season like twice a year, which isn't that much. So I think with more seasons, it kind of will take a long time to see your favorite season again. So I don't know really. And obviously a lot of more work into something that people already don't seem super enthusiastic about. So I'm not sure that's the way to go here. But just to summarize though, I feel that, yeah, people are not happy with it. It's a chore. And it's quite annoying that it just takes too much time. So I think that the way to go would be to do all of those quality of life things really that has been mentioned. And just make it less of an annoyance, and also make it more worthwhile in terms of rewards. Because right now, I don't know what would be like legit rewards here though. Because like you could make another epic item like the shield, yes. Hammers, I mean that's like a source of gold, I suppose. But like Doctrine Chain stones, like that would be maybe OP. Lockstones. Well, I mean, you can still add those actually without making them unlimited, because that would be crazy. Like, I don't know how many I could do, but yeah, you could add a bunch of resources like that, honestly. So yeah, I think that, and I think bottle caps fall in the same category as other useless or seemingly useless resources we have in this game. Experience, for example. I don't know how much that is even. Yeah, almost 900 million, and I just can't get rid of it. And I know everyone doesn't have this luxury problem, but once you max out everything, it's gonna start happening. And, you know, there's literally no way to get rid of it. So I think that would be, I would love a shop, bit off topic here, but yeah, to spend experience points or do something, like to put them into something to level something else up, like buildings or whatever it could be for Heavenhold, but we'll get there later. But yeah, that sums up the Amazon one, so thanks for listening. And
Well,
oh, you have something?
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't even know if Amazon not having things for you to buy is actually a problem. Because maybe it's just not meant for endgame players to have, you know, things to always purchase, and it's meant for, you know, newer players to have something to farm for so they can catch up.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess.
A bottle cap sink would be nice in some way, but how would they do that in a way that'd be useful to the players who need it?
Yeah, and it has to be fair, like I said too, because like some people has like a ton built up like me, and then there's some that are new. So the new would be like, fuck, now we're falling behind super much here. Where I can, so, and I think that's something you have to make in the start when you design it, not like later, because then you get this situation. So, but yeah, that sums it up. So thanks for listening, everyone, and see you on the next one. Bye.